Hello, third grade, and welcome to our math skill for today. When we come back from Thanksgiving break, we will be looking more into addition and subtraction in word problems. So we're going to do some quick review this week. Now, this project is called Delicious Differences. This first page gives us directions on how it should work. And then on the other pages, those are the activity pages. So let me describe what we are going to do. So the recording sheet is going to be on the following pages. You play by rolling dice. If you have dice at home, you can use those. If you don't, I have a virtual one on here, and I'll show you how to use it. And you roll the dice to make a 2-digit number. That means you have a ones place and a tens place. Then you create a subtraction equation using both of those numbers. And then you solve them. If the number is an odd number, then you are going to put a check mark on it. If you get an even number, then you're going to put an X on it. And I'll explain this when we get to the activity sheet, but you can always come back here to look at the directions again. To win this game, you must have more even differences. Remember, a difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. Is an even or odd digit best in the ones column? And you'll have to answer this before and after you play. So let's do a practice one together. So let's say Tyler rolled 2 dice and rolled a 6 for one and 4 for the other. He made the number 64. Then he rolled a 3 and 5. He made the number 53. Then he organized them, putting the largest number on top and the smaller number underneath. What is the difference? When we are answering a subtraction problem, we need to remember that we might need to borrow. Please do this problem along with me. 4 minus 3. What I like to do is put the smaller number in my head and count up to the upper number. Now, if the top number is smaller than the bottom number, then we need to borrow. 4 minus 3 is 1. I can count 3, 4. I only have to count once to get to 4. 6 minus 5. The difference is 1. We did not have to borrow in this example. So the difference is 11. Then I need to decide, is 11 an even or an odd number? So remember, even numbers end in a 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. And an odd number ends in a 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. And I'll leave this on the side for you to reference if you need to. So and we're always looking at the ones place. Does my ones place have an even or an odd number? Odd. So let me go back to my reference page. If it is an odd difference, cover the corn with a check mark. So I'm going to cover the corn with the green check mark. We'll do one more example on your worksheet page. Make sure you have this written out, and we'll click next. Let me erase this real quick, and then we'll click next. And here is your recording sheet. Down here at the bottom, you have a link that will take you to the dice. And there will be a separate video on how you can split your screen to roll the dice and watch the video at the same, do the assignment at the same time. We did it earlier in the year, but you might need a refresher. So let's do one together first. So when you pull it up, it'll give you this option. It'll give you 2 dice, and then you'll have to click roll again. You'll have to roll it twice to come up with 2 numbers. So roll it once. I got a 3 and a 5, so I'll write down my number. 35. Now I might need to put this on the top or the bottom. I don't know what my second number is yet. And then I'll roll for my second number. I got 22. That is the smaller number, so that'll go underneath. 22. Go ahead and write those down right now. And I can subtract 5 minus 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm holding up a 3 on my fingers. So 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 minus 2. 2, 3. If I count up from the bottom number to the top, I only go once. That is I'm looking at my ones place. Is that an even or an odd number? Remember, odd, you get a check. And even, you put an X. That is an odd number, so I'll put a check on that corn. Now let me give you an example. If you had a number like this, 51 minus 32. If I have 1, can I take away 2? I cannot. So I would have to, what is it? Bigger bottom, better borrow. Maybe you've heard that. So if the bottom is bigger, bigger bottom, you better borrow from its neighbor. So I'm going to take 1 away from 5, making it a 4, and then add that to the tens place in my other number. So that changes it to an 11. 11 minus 2 is 9, and then 4 minus 3 is 1. Looking at my ones place again, is 9 even or odd? It is odd, so I'll put a check mark. If you had an even number, then you would put an X on the corn. So you will have to come up with 1, 2, 3, 4 on your own by using the dice. And then put a check mark or an X if it is even or odd. Make sure you watch how to roll the dice and watch the video on how to roll the dice and do the activity on your iPad, and then you will be done with your math skill for today.